Hello everyone, MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Pathfinder and the Wrath of the Righteous. We find ourselves on the map of the surrounding areas just outside of Canabras. Over the course of the last episode, really the last two episodes, I've been moving Liz and her party along this path. I guess 3 episodes now along this path. And we've been getting deeper and deeper into enemy territory. On the map, we saw this demon army here, and I realized that I didn't interact with it in any way when I was playing Liz, which I thought was kind of weird. This demon army is meant to be tackled by the army that you are amassing, or so it seems. Our crusader army here, we have 100 footmen ready for battle, and if I click this thing down at the bottom left, we can also recruit even more to the party. It's going to cost us 1,100 resource points, which as of right now, we have 3,000. So if I just recruit them and then recruit these for another 900, assign a general to strengthen your army and increase its size. I don't have a general. If I wanted to buy resources, oh, is this my money that I would then donate to the squad? Oh, I see. Okay, if I just do that, then this army is back in Canabras. They can meet up with this squad, right? And then join up somehow. You go in here. Wow, this is a lot to take in. And then I can have this army move forward and actually confront the demon army. And they should be pretty well prepared for this. Oh. Okay, so we have some archers and we also have some footmen here. Your army is engaged in battle. The enemy army is displayed on the right and the crusader army is on the left. Yes, I gathered that much. We have enemy footmen moving forward. We can move our footmen up as well. I'm going to move just to the side here. Our footmen are about to clash in with these. Although it looks like I can't overtake their tile, I can focus this one down by the looks of things, just like they're doing to my current one. Our archers firing off 2 damage. 15? Okay, so it seems like every time I attack, I'm slowly whittling away at the army here. Apparently, if you don't like this system, there's some settings that can kind of automate this for you. If you're watching this and wondering what the fuck is going on, I'm kind of wondering what the fuck is going on. We unfortunately lost 9 footmen in this battle, but we wiped out the entirety of the enemy forces. Generals, you've defeated your first enemy army and received a number of finance points. You can use these finance points to hire a general for your army. This can be done by accessing the army window in the left corner of the screen. Master of Maneuver increases the maximum size of the army by 1, and he can use Scorching Ray. Scorching Ray. Okay, we'll use this guy. Yes, I want to recruit him. Yes. Having defeated a band of cultists who have driven the captives from Canabras and made the ruins of Velas Gift their temporary base, the commander's army celebrates its first triumph. Unfortunately, the demon worshippers have killed all the citizens and gathered their belongings into a huge pile in the middle of the camp. So by beating that army, we gain 600 finance points. And the army can continue to push forward wherever we're going, presumably. Although this army over here is looking pretty scary. We can continue to move the army up this way. And potentially fight off another demon here. Does the general get added into the group right away? Oh yeah, look at... God, he's a big boy over there. Look at him. Scorching Ray. That one. General actions. Once per round before the action of an allied unit, a general can use an ability or spell, which we just did to take out half of those guys. Our archers are going to fire off a shot at the demons as they're moving up, and we're just going to hold formation back here, boys. Nice, hold formation. The demon did move up, dealing 39 damage. Our archer's going to fire off a shot again. I meant to do this one more time, but I didn't do it, so that sucks. Probably a little overkill to shoot that at a demon. In fact, the demon took no damage, so it was quite the opposite of overkill, in fact. I gotta be honest, I was not expecting to see this system in this game. This feels really out of left field. Huge hit from the Scorching Ray. Archer's firing off a shot as well. We have 8 health left on the remaining cultists who are dealing damage to our side. You know, it'd be cool if we had a God, I cannot think of the name of the game now. Total War. We had like our army in formations and stuff, and we were like pushing in down a hill and shit. That'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet. This victory has brought you more finance points, which you can use to bolster your army. Okay. Crusaders stumbled upon a group of ragged and exhausted scouts. They had set out on a patrol mission deep into the world room, but then Canabras was attacked. They found themselves cut off and surrounded by demons. Surviving in such hostile conditions was not easy, but the scouts' spirits remained high, and they readily joined the commander's forces. So I just got a new army from just being here? Oh, yeah. Let's add them in. These are the rangers that we just recruited. We'll put them into our group. And if we wanted to hire... No, I don't want you to move. If we wanted to hire more recruits, I can't do that this week. We need to wait. Okay. It's all coming together. Let our scouts continue to move down this path. Army has no movement points left. Oh, what do I do then? Skip the day or go with my party. Okay. Okay. Contextually, I think that makes more sense if I'm bouncing back and forth. Well, Liz and I feel like I can narrate that really well too. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Liz and the party managed to find some reagents along the path that they pick up pretty quickly. They're going to continue to move deeper into the forest where they are spotted by something. Now, I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed to be enemies. Oh, yeah, big old spider over there. Look at that.
Shake a leg.
Liz is going to cast Entangling Roots.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Oh, there's even more over there. A succubus over there. Woljif is going to move slightly to the right and hold his ground. Niniel moving to the left to hold her ground. Hammond moving to the left as well. On Ember's turn, she's going to scurry to the side. We're all just making room for land to move up to the front line here. That's really all we're trying to do. As Sela holds the line. Ninio can fire off. She can't fire off shit. She would have to get too close. The giant spider in the back slowly begins to move through the roots that Liz summoned up from the earth. Very slowly begins to move through. We do see a giant spider getting pretty close to our party. Ember is going to fire off a scorching ray at the spider as it approaches. That ray is unfortunately going to miss, as a shear begins to plow its way through the roots on the left side with a trident in hand. Liz is going to move up to the spider and see if she can swing at it with her scythe, and indeed she does. Now Lan is going to focus on his key, firing off some shots at the spider on the right. One shot for 20 damage. It's all it's gonna take. Now a succubus running forward through the roots, not being slowed down at all. We are going to see Sela smite evil for some bonus damage, dealing, holy shit, like 50 damage that turn? 6 plus 16 is 22. Plus 29. God damn. If I don't want Woljif to shocking grasp, how do I tell him to just hit with his sword, with his dagger? I actually have no idea how to do that. All right, just shock it. Shocking grasp did not work. Right click is the answer. Okay. Nio on her turn is going to shoot off a ray of cold. Ray of Frost. I'll get it right one of these days. Hammond's going to stay on that side as another spider begins moving through the roots on the far end. Ember is going to fire off a shot with her crossbow. She does have point blank, but unfortunately that is... Yeah, point blank, right? Yeah. That is not going to connect. Liz, with another turn here, is going to take a swing. That swing does miss. Lan on his turn with a shot is going to miss the first shot. The second connecting for 26 damage. And that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Woljif swapping over to his crossbow is going to fire off a shot at the spider. Ninio moving up to just the edge of these roots as the spider continues to slowly crawl forward inside of the twisted web.
Too late for apologies.
Ember with a shot is going to connect for 7 damage. Liz is going to wave her hand and dispel the roots in front of her. And then move up into melee range. Lan with 3 shots in the chamber is going to fire off 1 to finish off this encounter. Nice and easy. Some of our party members are a little hurt.
Am I doing it wrong?
Hammond can't be healed right now, for instance, but he can get some lesser healing.
Yes.
You okay? 12, he's looking good. Mary's a little hurt. Lan's a little hurt. Ember's just gonna walk around and make sure everyone's a-okay. Beautiful. Let us continue along our path then. I kind of like these mini areas. Am I misremembering this, or did this kind of stuff happen in Dragon Age 2, where you'd be fucking around on the map and then run into a random encounter? Man, it's been a long time since I played Dragon Age. There's rumors that they're remastering that. I really want to play it if they do. If they bring it back. Should we begin resting? I guess we should. We are going to amass a little bit of corruption here.
Think of jokes so quickly? I can't make jokes at all.
So you've seen how fast a paladin can bring up their shield to fend off a blow? It's the same thing. Takes years of practice.
Jokes do take years of practice. That's true. Ember's self-conscious because she's not funny? Oh my god. We're failing Ember if that's the case. We've been spotted by enemies as we move through this area again. I'm just trying to get back to that point of interest and see what that's about. I imagine since I've rested now that means my army can start to explore a little bit. Looks like we have some big ass spiders in front of us again. Sela, unnoticed by the spider 2 feet in front of her, goes and gets on Mary. As she charges forward into combat, the spider does start to spot the movement. We see at least 3 spiders here, pretty big ones too. 4 spiders here. However, Sela's not afraid.
The inheritor.
She is going to deal 20 fucking... God dang. Dude, Mary hit for 20. The horse hit for 20. Are we only able... Oh, this is misfortune. That's right. You don't have grease. So that's similar to this over here. I'm going to rearrange my spells just a little bit. I think misfortune sounds great. Ember's going to cast that on her adversary. Looks like the saving throw was not successful. Right? Am I seeing that wrong? Yeah, it worked. It worked. It worked. That's going to conclude her turn. Hammond, running up with a swing of his own, is going to miss the giant spider directly in front of them. We are now going to see... Damn, kind of wish I didn't move him up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cast a fireball. It was looking pretty good until we saw that Hammond was in the trajectory. Instead, Ninio conjuring a snowball for 19 damage against the spider. As another spider scurries into our line of sight, Liz is going to move up with her scythe, but not be able to get into melee range. Woljif, however, very close to Liz. Is that a sneak attack? It would have been if I had my fucking swords out, my daggers. Don't worry, Land's going to clean up this situation, focusing on his key. 2 shots into the spider that was close is going to take it down as another one begins to move up from the rocks, taking a swing at Hammond, but missing. As another spider emerges from off screen. Some spells do less damage when not directly targeted. Something, but not fire. You know, I was wondering that. I was wondering if you could manually cast that somehow. Thank you for the tip. Sela turning to her left, swinging her longsword on the spider, ripping it open. Now Ember is going to use Scorching Ray. Hitting for 15 damage there. Hammond not having to move means he can swing 3 times. The first hitting for 7, followed by 8 with the final swing. We're then going to see Ninio try to finish off that spider that was wounded by Hammond. That cast not connecting. Liz trying to move up to do the same thing, scythe in hand, swinging and missing. As Woljif is too far away to attack the spider. Excuse me? Oh, Woljif can't charge either, huh? I guess I'm in the way. All right, back to the crossbow. Woljif's gonna fire off a shot at the nearest spider. It connects for 19 damage. Land once again focusing on his key. 4 shots this time. First one connecting for 15. I guess I shouldn't have used my key point on that because it looks like he wasn't able to fire off his other shots. But with that final swing from Sela, the spiders have been quelled. My God, could you imagine walking in the park and all of a sudden you start to see these giant spiders crawling over rocks and coming down towards you? Because that's effectively what's happening here. Dude, that's gnarly. I was actually trying to make my way over to the Conundrum Unsolved so we could see what this is. I would like to enter this location. I don't know anything about it. It was just a location along our path. Our overarching goal here is to get to the Count's old home. That's kind of what we're focusing on at the moment.
What's
but in the interim,
there, I wonder.
Hey, you know what? You
I wonder why.
you guys take care of yourselves. Make sure you're okay. You too, Woljif. Oh, we have dead demons here. That could be a good sign that there's someone friendly nearby, or that could be a bad sign. And I should be a little concerned. We go up to loot, and the loot has not been taken. Meaning whoever killed these demons... Oh, what is that?
This way.
There's a cave here. I'm gonna just look around. I'm also gonna swap Woljif back over to his daggers. This looks like a dead end. It looks like I have to go into the cave. I mean, at the very least, it'll get us out of the snow, right? That's not a bad thing. Up against the wall, there is a crusader, it looks like, that's been killed. He has a pocket mirror. Some coal. And a scroll of remove fear. Okay. The party moves up to the entrance of the cave and contemplates entering. They do. Inside looks pretty dark, but I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary just yet. A small pile of bones up ahead as Hammond sneaks forward, scouting for the party. More bones on either side. Oh. And it appears as though there are some ruins down here. That we have uncovered. Okay. It's a quick save. It's been a minute. Liz is gonna walk into the room by herself.
We miss all the fun.
What in the fuck is this? What in the fuck am I looking at here? A slab with a white symbol. A slab with a white symbol. A slab with a white symbol. More white symbols. On the wall, slab with 2 white symbols. On the wall, we see a
Forwards. No backwards, backwards.
spider symbol. I don't know if that's needed for anything. So my assessment of the situation is that I need to... My assessment of the situation is that I need to put in pieces to fill the space on the floor. Right? So if this is supposed to be a double slab, then a single should go into it, right? Am I looking at the shapes here? Because this has its corners already, so does that mean that this goes here? That looks okay. This one is missing all 4 corners. That's all 4 corners. This is 2 white slabs,
Trail me.
which means it would have to go in the middle. Where this is a slab that goes into this location, right? How am I doing so far? How's it looking so far? Because this feels right to me. I don't know what the fuck to do with this, though. I'm also noticing that there is a slab or 2 missing from this.
There, I wonder.
And not a lot to go around. If this is dominoes, then this piece is allowed to touch that one. And that piece is allowed to touch that one.
This way.
Oh, here's more of the slabs. Okay. Now pick them up. It's easier when they're in your inventory. This looks good. Wait, did I not look through the last one?
Wherever my legs.
Did I just lose a
carry
slab,
me.
bro? Did I lose a fucking slab? Okay. I got stuck on this for a really long time. And then I looked it up. That was the best part. I just stopped being stuck on it. Is not that. That's supposed to be... Oh my god, the orientation is so weird. Oh, and this isn't right either. I fucked up the whole thing. It doesn't help that It's difficult to see what is on these runes when you're just holding them here. I think I need this one, but from this direction. That's wrong. Jesus Christ! This one. Perfect. Perfect. Boys, we would have been here for a week. We would have been here for a week before I figured that out. I feel like the user-friendliness of that puzzle was one of the main obstacles. Well, after I completely, first try, put everything in its spot with no help from anyone or anything, as we all saw here. We all saw it. I did it perfect the first try. I can't believe no one's ever done that before. An ancient ghost has spawned. It was easy, wasn't it? Simple puzzle, simple solution, but it's just the beginning. Its purpose was to awaken curiosity. A translucent figure appears out of thin air, clad in loose-fitting robe. Its face is hidden behind a simple, unadorned mask. This is Ninio. Oh, puzzles! I love them. Mortals are not meant to unveil the secrets of the universe and grasp the meaning of creation. But is this really so, says the ghost. Of course not. The secrets of the universe will only be revealed to the most worthy of mortals. Prove yourself and be the first for whom all the secrets of the world are revealed. Yes, yes. What do we need to do? The heart of mystery is located west of here. Solve the puzzle and you will comprehend the forbidden knowledge. A map of an area that looks vaguely like the world wound appears in the figure's hands. A single dot shines brightly on the map. The secrets of creation. Wow. You can count on me, translucent masked figure. I'll solve any puzzles you have for me, so you better prepare some good ones. Your map is outdated, my dude. The translucent figure remains silent. Who are you? Simple puzzle, simple solution. The heart of mystery is located west of here. What's the heart of mystery? Comprehend the meaning of creation for the most worthy of mortals. Heart of mysteries proves all the secrets of the world. I think you've broken it. Translucent figure vanishes in midair. Only 4 more of those puzzles. Well, oh, so I don't even know how this one worked. This symbol's the same as this one, but we had to skip over a symbol for that to work? How does that make any fucking sense? And this symbol's the same as this one, so we had to skip over one again for that to work. But then from there on, the symbols match. All right, fine. Fine, well, get me out of this cave. I'm ready to leave this cave. It opened a door, by the way. Shit. Ooh, that it did. That it did. That it did. I'm glad you said something. I wouldn't have looked at all. Inside, we see hide barding. Medium armor. And it might be magical. Unidentified. Hide barding +2. Holy motherfucker. Hammond is going to get a affinity or a feat to be able to use that naturally. And I would like to be able to see his talent tree, because I think that's coming up. Medium barding. It's at level 9, unfortunately. We're pretty far out. Pretty far out from that at the moment. If I put that on him now, what happens if he's not proficient in something? I probably can't even equip it. Huh? Probably can't even equip it. That's how it works with melee weapons and stuff. If I'm not proficient in it, I can't even use it. Elven Notes. This page from the notebook text is written in ancient Elven script. That's the second ancient Elven script
Forwards.
that we've seen.
Backwards.
Look on the wall. It's a clue. That's the clue?
Trail me.
I'm leaving. I'm getting out of this cave. While Liz and her party were away in a cave solving a puzzle, the Crusader army continues to march forward, approaching another demonic army on the road. They continue forward, afraid of nothing, as they enter combat ahead of Liz upon the path that they are traveling. Our general, the sorcerer, they got a general too, fires off a scorching ray at the first combatant that he sees. This hits for 14 of the allocated lives. The rangers that we just picked up begin to fire arrows at their opponents as well. These arrows connecting, almost eliminating half of the army before the battle even began. Our melee crusaders begin to move up to hold the front line as the general casts yet another scorching ray over the battlefield. 16 damage being done this time. Our rangers are going to take down one of the crusaders in the back as our other archers continue the volley of arrows on the melee combatants as they are moving forward. Our crusaders finally hit shield to shield on the battlefield as they run in, dealing damage. 12 more survivors here. We are starting to lose a little bit of our army, but it's not too bad. Another scorching ray is hopefully, I was hoping for a little bit more damage there, chunking away at the melee combatants of the enemy army. These are all cultists, right? We're not actually fighting demons. It says a demon army, but I don't know, bro. It just seems like cultists to me, bro. In a week, I'll be able to buy more reinforcements, but for now, it looks like this is all that we have going for us. Let's move in with another swing. 3 damage to the only remaining group of soldiers. 16 there as well. They cast a... Ooh. I just saw our damage numbers off to the side. Those are big numbers. Another scorching ray from our general is going to finish them off. You have an infirmary now, too. Oh, you can name the army. Oh. A squad of crusaders was caught in sudden storm from the west. It lasted only a few minutes, but the unnatural lightning made up of electricity, flames, acid, and ice left several soldiers dead. The ease with which these forces of nature brutally claim the lives of their comrades has demoralized the crusaders. The outpost of Verileth Fort, which straddles the western Selen crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken. The cultists are destroyed and the commander's army is able to operate on both sides of the river. Well, that's good news. They're losing morale, though? What if you just suck it up and kill that demon? Huh? Hey, how about that? Oh, I see. I may have made a grave mistake. We only have so many spell casts per day. I thought this would reset per battle. It seems as though the rules of magic apply to our general as well. Who would have thought? We're in a situation where we could try to do a lot of damage to one enemy that would most certainly not die. Oh, these are archers. Yeah, fuck that guy. The archers are gonna go. Scorching Ray hits for 21 as the archers are taken down. We then begin to pepper the enemy army with arrows before they can even move. Our soldiers moving up to block the path forward as the archers continue to rain down hell, weakening the army before they are even in our midst. Can I just tell them to hold position? Oh, and it's a defensive thing too, it looked like. Beautiful. I just want them there to protect my archers. If this guy wants to get to him, he's got to walk a long way around. At least that was the goal. With a swing, we're going to do 5 damage to the enemy army. With another 8 damage to the enemy army. Our general, unable to act at the moment, as more arrows flying in from the back from our rangers and archer platoons. As the melee war continues, I don't know why you moved there, but I swear to God, if I lose an archer, it's all your Put him in the brig. Abandon his posts. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here, bro. And another demon army dealt with. We lost 9 soldiers there. I am a little worried that these are only level 1 attacks. And the morale that reflects the general mood of the Crusaders. Positive morale increases the resource income and the number of troops available for recruitment, while negative morale decreases these numbers. Morale changes depending on morale banners. While special conditions are met, the banner remains green and increases morale by 1 per day. If the special conditions are not met, the banner turns yellow for 3 days, but still increases morale by 1 per day. Then the banner turns red and decreases morale by 3 per day. Your army is currently carrying 2 banners. The banners of victory stay green while you defeat demon armies. Each victory over a demon army adds 4 days to the time the banner of victory stays green. So, I'm doing okay then. The Crusaders duly punished a group of mercenaries who had become enticed by demonic gold and turned their blades against their former allies. Those who reject the blessings of the benevolent gods and succumb to the temptation of sin deserve death, and death they got. Justice has been served, and the clerics feel that the gods are satisfied with the outcome. I mean, we're doing all right. I'm a little worried about our team. Do they have to go back and rest and stuff? Is that a thing that we should be doing? Oh, they would just skip the day, right? Well, conundrum unsolved is where Liz and her party previously were, and they begin to move up towards the Moon Dance Meadows. Our party is fatigued, and we will begin resting before we continue. Mental reminder to recast all of my defensive spells again. Woljif is going to make sure that he has his daggers equipped. Indeed, he does.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Narrow path that leads deeper into the forest here. Some bahoy. Plagued.
I crave for adventure.
Plagued smilodons. Those are the big tigers, right? You guys eat some weird shit. Dude, they don't even have skin. I mean, they're missing some. I guess they do have skin. Liz is going to reach forward and summon in the entangling roots around the creatures that she sees in front of her. Lan's going to
Make every strike
not
count.
do anything because it's a flat-footed round. Sela moving off to the side. Hammond starting to surround the roots as well. I could haste here, but that doesn't seem necessary. I think we're going to be just fine. The creature begins to slowly move forward through the roots that Liz has conjured, making it all the way to the end, in fact, but unable to act. Lan is going to fire off 3 shots, 17 damage on the first, 13 on the second, and 11 on the final hit. Only bringing the creature down to half health. Sela moving up to defend her allies, hitting for about 30 damage there, 28 damage there. The Plague Smilodon, or however one says that, begins to move up next to Sela. Hammond moves into the fray with a good swing of his own. Woljif with his, Ember with crossbow drawn. I thought that was Woljif. Fires off a shot. Ninio very close to this adversary. I'm not feeling super great about that. Is going to pop mirror image, hoping to avoid any direct contact here. Woljif then turns to his talking blade and shoves it into the skull of the plagued cat that was walking towards him. Liz is going to remove this spell because it doesn't look like anyone else is coming this way. Waves her hand over and dismisses the roots. Scrugsy, thank you so much for the 19 months. Lan is going to focus on his key for some extra damage here because I'm a little worried about what this thing's going to do if it actually gets an auto attack off. 18 damage, 14 damage, 18 damage, 14 damage. All of those looking pretty similar. As Sela then turns around for 2 swings of her own, finishing off the creature before it is able to act. On the clutter of one of the dead bodies, we see a composite longbow here. It's a keen composite longbow +2. This longbow just does more damage. 3 to 10 damage. What do you have, Lan? Isn't yours like ridiculously good? 3 to 10 as well. How do you guys feel about the Wicked Longbow, which I've been using, versus the Entrapping Longbow? The Entrapping deals slightly less damage, but whenever we confirm a critical hit, it's going to try to root everything around the target. Keen means the crit chance is larger. Oh. Well, does it say that anywhere? Oh, it does. A 19 or 20 confirms the crit. Interesting. Cool. We'll try that. We'll see how we like that. There you go, Lan.
This way.
See, this is why I'm glad I'm streaming these episodes. Other than the fucking the trap that I was completely clueless on. Getting insight on mechanics like that, where I think I would have totally overlooked that and never looked back, is really, really nice. We see some cold iron on the ground, a little bit of leather armor. It looks like some ruined rings and herb liqueur. I'm going to take that axe with me and leave everything else here. We've ventured very far away from Canabras so far, pushing deep into demonic territory, slicing our way through every single adversary that we've ran into so far. However, our party moves to the Moondance Meadows. Is this my camp? Oh. Anivia says, Commander! We caught a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally and he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from wounds and exhaustion. His boots are in tatters as if he had any weapons and armor. He shed them along the way. His clothes are torn and his hair is wet, like he recently swam across a river. Blood oozes from the wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the acrid water of the world wound. Where is this guy? Do I recognize him? His name is Yaker. Commander. The man breathes heavily and his words emerge as whispers from a dry throat. My squad. Ambushed. Beyond the river. Help. Yeah, seriously, first of all, why haven't we clothed this man who was super injured and clearly in need of help? Give our guest some water and something for his wounds. The knight's wounds heal with the help of a magic potion. Taking a gulp of water, he catches his breath, snaps to attention, and begins again. Yaker and Kelly, Hell Knight of the Order of the Gold Claw, under the command of Paralictor Regil de Ringe. Our squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our number. Without your assistance, we are lost. Hell Knights, Erebeth says. They've supported the Crusaders more than once in our battle against the demons, despite their... Erebeth cringes. Questionable reputation. We cannot abandon our allies in trouble. Nivea. If they really are our allies, then of course. It's just... Nivea looks Yaker over closely from head to toe. I kind of think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia. Who wants us to march to God knows where Kind of smells like a trap to me. Ew. Where's your squad now?
Not far from here, beyond the river.
It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor as weapons, but we cannot get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive on Dresden, and we will give the enemy a chance to prepare. Yeager, who's attacking you? And why can't you handle them on your own? Well, he did say he was outnumbered.
Large creatures that attack from the air. Some are fighters, other are, at a guess, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They looked like stone come to life. I'm almost certain they were gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we were setting up our camp, and we were at our most vulnerable. They caught our forces at partial strength. The Paralictor had dispatched some of our troops as scouting teams. Flying beasts didn't fight us. They just fell on us from the sky, grabbed our fighters, and either took them somewhere or threw them to their deaths. We were unprepared for that.
Ooh. What did my companions think? Your companions look at the guest suspiciously. Hell Knights! With allies like them, we've no need for enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. But we're not like them, are we? We have to save them. Looks like a trap to me, says Lan. But even if he isn't lying, Dresden is our goal. If our offense is delayed, we won't get another chance to retake the city. Cecile, I don't remember what I did for his voice. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demons is a good cause in itself, but these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Shaylin, forgive me, but I fear that we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offensive on Dresden. Do you recall Prelate Holrun? Well, picture an entire army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. Hell Knights? No, not for all the good in the world. Don't you know what kind of people they is? 1 minute you're just going about your business, and the next you're locked in the stocks, and there's a butcher in the black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are. But if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? The crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. Ninio says, huh? What? Ninio blinks a few times. This question has no scientific significance. What's interesting is how the water on the river is poisoned by the world wound. How will that affect this boy? With your permission, I'd like to examine him or his corpse in a few days' time. Well, the party is split, huh? After a moment's pause, Liz looks directly at the Hell Knight, remembering very vividly the ambush that happened on her when she let her guard down for a brief moment for some tea and a forest camp. Give me one reason why we should help you. Yeager looks at you amazed.
The Hell Knights are the formal allies of the Crusaders.
After a pause, he adds,
I can not make promises on the behalf of my commander, but under the circumstances, you must be able to convince our Paralictor to join your army.
Hell Knights in our army, Anivia yells. That's just what we need. Liz, looking at this Hell Knight who just got dragged in here, without breaking eye contact after asking her question. Very well. We'll take a risk and we'll try to help them.
Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here.
The eye points to a location on your map.
The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and meet you there.
And we're going to save that for next episode. If you're watching live on Twitch, we're going to jump into that in just a moment. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to see where that adventure takes us. If you are watching on YouTube, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button on your way out. We'll be back again tomorrow night. And I'll see you then.